Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a video. I got a new cool tool, and this one is amazing. I love this thing. It is a Bass 6, and they were Fender released Bass 6s back in the 60s. So it's kind of like a reissue. This is one of the I think the reissue vintage models, or this is a Squier one. Okay, I did a little research, and there are three of them, three basic models. There's the Fender one that's really nice. It's like super top of the line, and I think it was $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, something like that. Then there was the more entry-level Fender that was $750, $800, something like that. But when I was at the NAMM show, I actually played this one, the Squier one, and the street on this is $350. I got this one from Sweetwater, from Dave over at Sweetwater, and I played it at the NAMM show. It played great, it played in tune, it sounded amazing. And so I'm just going to kind of show you some of the features about this thing, and I think you'll want to pick one up because it's kind of a cheap way to get something totally different into your arsenal of guitars and even basses. If you're a bass player, this is a must-have, really, if you want to be versatile and be able to do some kind of throwback kind of stuff, go back to the 60s. And there's a lot of songs that, if you look up, just basically Google songs with a Fender Bass 6, you can see Fender has a site. They put about 15, 20 songs. I think Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith is played on a Bass 6. Wichita Lineman from Glen, Campbell, a bunch of songs. It's kind of been used a lot for spy soundtrack kind of stuff and for westerns and all that. So basically I've got this hooked up right now into Logic. So I'm just going to turn on, it's got 3 pickup switches, 3 pickups, and each switch has its own on-off switch, which is really cool because right away you've got 7 options. You can have one of each of these on, you can have the outside 2, you can have these two on, or all 4. See, that would be, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 options. But then it also has this, what's called a strangle switch, which kind of rolls the bass off and makes it sound even thwackier. Thwacky, I'm making up a word here, but here's the single, the bottom, the bass pickup, the neck pickup. Okay, now what it is basically a 6-string bass, but it goes down to E to E. The great thing about this is as a guitar player, you don't really have to transpose. When you're playing a baritone, you have to transpose in your head. You go, you're playing this chord and it's not a B minor, it's something else, and you're like, well, I don't know what I'm playing. But with this one, if you play a B minor chord, it's a B minor chord. There's A, G, A, B minor. Okay, and that's with the bass pickup. The middle pickup sounds like this. A little thinner. The bridge pickup. Very cool sound. Okay, now my favorite part is the strangle switch. You throw that and it gets really thin sounding. You don't notice it as much on this chord stuff, but if I were to play, you can hear that. It's just kind of thin, like a thin bass. Hard to get this sound on a bass. Another reason for that, I'm going to turn all 3 pickups on without the strangle switch. Isn't that a great sound? And then I can just play an E chord if I want, E minor chord if I want, just like that. But part of the reason it kind of has this kind of tick-tacky, thwacky, to me it sounds like almost like a piano. Sometimes like if I put on the treble pickup or the bridge pickup and turn on the strangle, that to me is just a really kind of cool tone. Almost sounds like you're plucking a piano string or something. But the scale on this is 30 inches. A typical bass, like a P bass or J bass, would be about 34 inches. And so the string length is shorter, and so the strings are looser. They're really slinky, really pushy, and so consequently they don't have the best tone. It's not the best setup for a bass tone, but to create this kind of dead bass sound, it's great. Mute it. also has a whammy bar. I haven't found use of this yet, but it's definitely, you can definitely find some use for it. I think it's a kind of a Jazzmaster kind of type whammy bar, but it has a really nice watery texture to it. I don't know if I can do dive bombs on it. It's not going to go down very much, so I can't do dive bombs on it. Darn it! I'm so bummed. Okay, so anyway, this is the Squier Bass 6. You can pick them up for around $350. I didn't get a case with it. That would have been, you know, an extra. To get a case for this thing would have been extra $120 or so. I just hang it on my wall and have it there when I need it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless you guys.